guys, how's it going? So today is probably one of the hottest days that we're gonna get here in Australia for summer, in Sydney anyway. It's hitting like 40 degrees, so as I said yesterday, I'm pretty much spending the whole day inside, and I'm actually just editing some club photos. So that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm just gonna be doing a lot of work on my laptop, so I hope it's not too boring. I actually get asked quite a lot, actually quite weirdly a lot, how I edit my photos. Like they always ask me, you know, do I just put a filter on them? Do I have to individually put the logos on every single photo? I know people are actually genuinely curious as to how I edit, so I figured I might just like explain it to you. So basically what I do, I'll show you actually. So I use a program called Adobe Lightroom. It's part of like the Adobe suite, so you have to pay to use it. And it's basically just like Photoshop, but you're able to mass edit at the same time. So when I start editing, I import all of my photos from the night, and they basically appear. Actually, I'll just show you the whole process. So I go to import them. So I just find them up here. So clubs, we'll just go fusions on Friday. Okay, so that's all of them there, basically. I've got, what does it say? 196 photos. And so here, develop settings. Basically, what this allows me to do is to automatically put on like a filter. So I've got my like proper like doc photography filter, and then I just import it. So basically what this filter is, because, you know, I take so many photos each night, I've edited a photo at each club until I find like the perfect settings. So like, you know, the perfect amount of exposure, contrast, like whites, blacks, the temperature, all these sort of like settings that you can edit in Lightroom. I basically set that as a preset and then import all the photos with that. So then all I really need to do when I edit the photos is adjust my exposure. I'll show you. Okay. So here they are now. So when I edit them, I kind of just adjust the exposure. That's this one right here. I just sort of adjust the exposure. Some of the photos come in a bit too bright. I like to edit my photos so they're like still pretty bright. So that one was really bright. So did you see that difference there? So that was what the filter basically does to it. It doesn't do like a whole lot, if I'm honest. It brings out a lot more features in the background, and it actually makes people look more tanned as well, which I kind of like. Every photographer is sort of different, so I mean, that's just my style, I guess you could call it. After I finish editing all these photos, you know, I'll probably take like 200 in a night. I'd probably have to end up deleting like up to a dozen. So if you ever ask me why your photo isn't on the Facebook page, there's a chance I've deleted it, and the reasons I will delete a photo is if you get more than one photo. A lot of clubs don't like getting like multiples. I don't mind taking them, and if it was up to me, I would upload them like multiple photos, you know, because you get one normal one, maybe one funny one, maybe doing Salt Bay, I don't know, doing whatever pose you want. But a lot of clubs don't like that. They don't like seeing the same people. They like seeing, you know, different people. The second reason is if you're putting up the middle finger. A lot of clubs hate this just because it gives like a bad rep to the club. Some clubs are alright with it, but most of them hate it. Like, if I'm there, I'll actually tell you not to put your finger up. And if you're watching this and I've ever asked you to do that, I personally don't actually care if you put up your finger or not. You know, because I understand that that is the tough look you're going for, mate. You know, in the end, I want your photo to appear on the Facebook page. So I'm trying to, you know, tell you what you should and shouldn't do. They don't like people like sculling drinks too much. They don't like people doing shoeies. They don't like people, you know, just looking disgusting. I'll delete photos if they look blurry. I'll delete photos if too many people are not looking at the camera. When I actually take the photo, I count down, and I understand that you probably won't be able to hear me most nights because it's just too busy. I do that basically so everyone's looking at the camera. It's so hard, you would not believe how hard it is to get everyone to look at the camera at the same time when everyone's been drinking. It's actually really hard. If I got too many photos of you, then I'll delete it. I normally try to end up with about 150 photos every night, and if I've got too many photos of you, I'll just delete the ones that I think aren't as nice, because if I've got 20 photos of the same person, it doesn't look good. Like, it's the same thing as if you're getting multiples in the same group. If I don't like the lighting, or if there's something on my part that I've done wrong, so I've just messed up the camera settings, or the flash hasn't gone off right. Sometimes like my flash doesn't actually sync up with my camera, so even though you see it go off, when I take the photo and I look at it, everything's dark, and sometimes I don't always have time to check because so many people are grabbing me for photos, so I can't check everyone's individually until later. So yeah, it's not always my fault if your photo doesn't go up, and even then, I don't actually upload the photos myself personally. I used to for a few places. I basically just upload them to this website called Dropbox and send them to the club's marketing team. They get to choose what photos go up, not me. If your photo doesn't go up, it's not my fault. I'll be honest, guys. If you're a girl, there's like a 99% chance your photo's gonna be up there. If you're a guy, probably about 50-50 if I'm honest, depending on which club. I love the places that upload all the photos because I would rather, upload all the photos because it's just a memory of a great night, and I feel like everyone should have, the right to be able to access these photos and do whatever. If your photo is never on the Facebook page, you can always just email me and I'm happy to send them to you. I literally have every single photo I've ever taken at a club for the last 2.5 years. Just literally like a click away on Dropbox. Okay, so once I've finished editing all the photos, the next question people ask me is, how do I put on the watermarks on every single photo? So what I do, really easy. So you basically select all the photos and you can export them all at once. Okay, so you lower the quality a bit, and I actually resize the images so for the max resolution that Facebook can hold, because otherwise there's just no point. And then for the watermark, you choose what watermark you want. So we'll choose, the mill logo, for example, and then I'll put the second watermark here, and then I click export, and then it just does its thing. So for example, I've just finished exporting these photos from the Mill Hotel, and just with those settings that I did, like it's got, the Mill Fridays logo here, it's got my logo here, and it's got, the filter and everything perfectly on all of them. And even better, you see it's in the same place, so it doesn't change. If I edited them all individually, they would all be like all over the place. So if you're trying to edit photos from like a party or something, I would use Adobe Lightroom because you're able to mass edit, and that really improves how quickly you can do it. I would say for maybe the 200 photos that I take at the club, it would take me half an hour to edit, export, upload, which is what I charge. I charge 30 minutes, to edit, and that's usually about what it takes. Sometimes it's a bit more. Some nights, if it's really busy, I can take, almost 400 photos in a night, and tell me, that is a nightmare. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish editing up now, and I'm gonna start editing these videos from UOW. The person I'm working with there hasn't responded to my email about some graphics that I need from them, so they're probably not gonna be ready in time, but that's not my fault. I'm just gonna do everything I can on my end. But